reached the end of a project and wondered where things could have gone better? Or maybe you've had projects that felt chaotic with unclear goals, missed deadlines, or unexpected issues. That's where project audits come in. They help you analyze what's working, what's not, and how to improve for the future. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, I'm Dr. Katie Linder, a certified project manager, change manager, and coach who works full-time leading and supporting teams in higher education. On this channel, I offer real-world examples of how project management translates into the higher ed environment. If you're looking for ways to use project management tools and skills, both professionally and personally, to bring more ease to your work and life, you're in the right place. Let's dive into learning more about project audits. A project audit is a structured review of a project to evaluate its effectiveness and identify areas for improvement. It involves assessing project goals, processes, and outcomes to determine what worked well and what could be refined in future projects. Performing project audits on a regular basis has several benefits, including recognizing successful strategies and best practices that should be replicated, pinpointing areas where the project struggled, such as scope creep, resource shortages, or communication breakdowns, learning from past mistakes to refine processes, timelines, and team roles, ensuring that team members understood their contributions and can reflect on areas for growth, and eliminating redundancies and optimizing workflows for future projects. If you have a current or recent project that could benefit from an audit, here's how to get started. First, review your project goals and outcomes. This will help you to assess whether the project met its intended objectives and delivered the expected results. Next, you can evaluate the project processes. For example, analyze the workflows associated with the project, any decision-making processes, and the methodologies that were used. If it makes sense for your project, you'll also want to gather stakeholder feedback. For example, on a team-based or collaborative project, you could solicit input from team members. For a project where you had a client deliverable, you could engage the client or any other relevant parties to understand their experiences and collect feedback. Next, you can analyze your budget and resources. When you compare your initial budget projections with actual expenditures, what are you learning about your project and its cost efficiency? For each of your projects, it can also be helpful to assess communication and collaboration. This can help you to identify any communication gaps or challenges in team coordination. Through each of these steps of your audit, you'll want to document your lessons learned. What are the key takeaways and recommendations that you can identify for helping make future projects more successful? And lastly, you can develop an action plan. Use the lessons learned documentation and other insights from the audit to create a roadmap with specific steps for improving your future project management strategies. Let's apply these audit steps to a real-world example. Imagine your institution recently implemented a new student advising system. A project audit could help assess, did the system launch on time and within budget? Are faculty and advisors using it effectively? Are students finding it easier to access advising services? What technical issues or training gaps need to be addressed? How can the rollout process be improved for similar future projects? By conducting this audit, you can gather meaningful data to refine training, enhance user experience, and streamline future system upgrades. As you're conducting your project audit, here are some common mistakes to watch out for. First, don't skip stakeholder input. If you plan to only review internal documents without consulting team members or other stakeholders, this can mean you'll have incomplete insights in your audit. Next, make sure that you aren't focusing only on failures. A balanced audit should highlight both successes and areas for improvement. And finally, be careful that you actually follow up on what you learn. Without an action plan, the audit won't be a meaningful tool for your growth. Regular project audits can be a really helpful strategy for improving efficiency, communication, and your overall project success. By analyzing current and past projects, you can make sure that you are constantly improving your approaches and your processes. And the good news? These audits don't have to take much time. Even 20 minutes of reflection with yourself or a team member could result in actionable insights. Have you ever conducted a project audit? What lessons did you learn? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more actionable steps that you can take to improve your project management approaches. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.